Aaron Marshall Show, Rock 106.1. We've got a special live stream only show today. Wanted to give this a go before we started, make sure everything worked.
Well, it does work. It's not good.
Well, that's just us in the show in general. But tomorrow, we're actually going to go live on the air. Are we going to stream tomorrow as well?
Yeah, we're going to stream.
Might
We
as
got to
well.
practice.
That's true.
Yeah.
So we're going to be on the air live tomorrow. I know it's a Saturday, so yes, we're getting up early on a Saturday. Does that show at least a small amount of dedication from us to this show?
It does. I'm not going to drink tonight. I'm not going to drink as much tonight.
I was going to say
I don't want to make promises
Well,
that
no.
I really don't mean. But yeah, I'm not going to drink much tonight.
it's going to help me go to sleep. So that's my excuse. I'm drinking for the show.
Right. Well, you don't even really drink anymore. You're at an age where you're taking your cough medicine.
It's medicinal this point in time.
Bring Papa's cough medicine.
I'm okay with that. All right, so coming up here in a little bit, first feature for the show is something about last night, and it's just stories from yesterday. Now, story number one, not from yesterday, but we hadn't had a chance to talk about Tiger Woods yet.
We haven't had a chance to talk about anything. We haven't been on the air for 2 weeks.
This is the longest I've not been on the air in probably 15 years.
It's kind of nice. I think I have something to say now. I don't know.
So we're going to get to Tiger Woods. We're going to talk about Unplugged and Behind the Music coming back, and crazy stuff out of our home state from Illinois.
And is it crazy? It's so dumb. It's quintessential Illinois.
They want to ban Grand Theft Auto type video games. We got all of that about last night coming up. Rock 106.1.
Wait, yeah, now we're off the air.
Yes.
Yeah,
So
but
techni-
people can still hear us.
Yes. So there's a big button I have to hit on the screen.
Right.
We're not using it today because we're not live on the air. But there's like an on and off air button. So if I forget to hit that button, everything we say off the air will go on the air during the commercials,
which
or
is
songs.
bad because
Which
when
is bad.
we're off the air, we're off the air right now because we technically didn't even hit the button.
It's true.
We say like the F word. We can just be like, fuck.
I'm gonna stay away from it just in case.
You're going to try not to cuss at all.
Yeah.
But what if I really piss you off?
I'll head out in the hallway and just yell loudly. Just turn the camera to the window. I'll stand there and just yell loudly.
So last night, you posted all of your alarms
Yes.
to make sure that you were here today. Are you a multi-alarm guy?
Oh, multi. I mean, that's no joke. That was a legit. I mean, those are all there. Now, thankfully, I got up on my first alarm. But I'm always super paranoid, so I've got to have multiple.
No, I go one, man.
Really?
I ride the Tiger, baby. Just the one, and I'm good.
It's like alarm roulette.
Yeah.
I mean, is what you're doing.
No, I set my alarm. I didn't go as early as you. You put like 4,
Yeah.
4:05, 4:08, 4:10. I don't know why the hell you need that many. I put 5 p.m. because I like my sleep. Obviously, not looking greatest this morning. The greatest this morning. But yeah, I mean, I just said 5 o'clock. You know what? Hit the ground running. Had my clothes set out.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Forgot my headphones.
Oh, good.
My iPad is dead. But you know what? I drank PBR last night. Felt great.
I think that pretty much sums up the show in general.
Yeah, I mean, just without a doubt.
Don't expect too much from us, and you will be okay.
No, and then, yep, actually, no, you hit it right there. I have nothing to add to that. Oh, Christ. All right, so generally our show is going to be, I don't know, I mean, every hour we'll talk about a half an hour-ish or less, depending on the subject. Then obviously you get the live feed of us. We'll be talking with you guys back and forth. I don't think a lot of people are watching right now because our followings aren't exactly large.
That's true.
At the moment, but hopefully you guys will chime in with what you say, and I'll be able to reply to you via the chat while we're going, whether it be Twitch or YouTube or Facebook. We use a system that kind of allows all of the chat to come directly into kind of one funnel, and I'm able to respond to it on my side of the fancy radio desk.
Not to sound greedy, but this show is more for us, just so we kind of know what we're doing. And because we start this Monday.
Yeah,
I mean,
well, this live stream show, it's just about us.
It's just about us.
Yeah, I mean, we're just really unconfident people, and we're just trying to make this work. But, yeah.
We don't want to be fired after day 2.
It's not. There's no way we're getting fired after month 3. I give us minimum 3 months.
You think so?
Yeah,
Well,
easily.
Let us get through book, our ratings period,
Yeah.
and then they'll be like, oh, dear Lord, this was a mistake.
We hired a country show on Bob, and they went at least 6 months. They're going to give us at least 6 months.
That's true.
We
That's true.
fired those people. But,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Are we back on? Are we going to pretend like we're going back on air now?
Yes. So
Okay.
what would happen is, as the song's playing, as we get close to going on the air, I'd kill the audio so we can get everything set, so you wouldn't hear us for a bit. So I'm going to practice like that's happening. So we'll be right back. Cotter and Marshall Show, Rock 106.1. Now, we're streaming only today, but typically you can catch the stream on the Cotter and Marshall Show Facebook page. On our YouTube page, we don't have the specific URL yet. That's coming soon. Just search Cotter and Marshall Show. And then on Twitch, twitch.tv/Cotter Marshall.
Yeah, so we're all over the place when it comes to our live stream. And obviously, you can find us on all the socials as well. The Instagrams, the Facebooks. We even have a Twitter. It's all at Cotter Marshall.
All right, so about last night, 3 stories that took place yesterday. Story number 1 definitely did not take place yesterday, but we've been off the air for 2 weeks, man, which is just weird to me. We got to get to Tiger Woods. He was in that single-car accident. Happened back on Tuesday at like 7 in the morning Pacific time. He was out in L.A. He was like shooting video or a TV show for Golf Digest.
Yeah, so there's Golf TV and then there's Golf Digest, which is the magazine. So yeah, he was just out there. He was out there working. You know, he was slinging himself around the country, but he was also hanging out with celebrities because he does celebrity lessons for probably quite a bit of money.
So he had something going on Tuesday morning, and wherever he was staying, he was kind of running late. And the story I heard was that he was blocked in by somebody who was like checking in and getting bags out of their car. So he got frustrated. Zipped out of the parking lot, and I guess this road that he was on is known for just people speeding. And then all by himself, he crossed over into the other lane, and, then you react to that. And then he went full on. I mean, crossed the lane.
Full send.
I mean, full on. Crossed the lane. I mean, he crossed the median. He went to the other side, got to the shoulder of the road, and then his car ended up flipping multiple times. I mean, he took out trees. He took out a bunch of stuff. I mean, a cop that was there on scene said he's basically lucky to be alive.
They said it took the jaws of life to
Yes.
get him out of his vehicle, and there was pictures of his vehicle. Not great.
No.
It did not look good at all. So he had a ankle. He shattered his ankle, and then he had 2 leg fractures. One was compound. That's the gross one where the bone comes out of the skin. But he went to surgery, and apparently he's going to make a full recovery, and they said he'll be out of golf for at least a year because of these injuries.
So, I mean, the big question is, because, I mean, he just had another back surgery. It was like 3, 4, 5 back surgeries. So, I mean, he's all kinds of messed up just physically. Can he come back?
He came back from the rest of it.
Yeah.
Cheated on his wife, the DUI. I mean, his wife attacked him with a golf club, which is pretty incredible. But, I mean, like, I think there's other people to blame. Not just Tiger.
For this accident?
Yeah.
Who else is there to blame?
What are you talking? He was driving to see Drew Brees and Justin Herbert. I guess they were filming something,
Sure.
or they were just going to do a celebrity golf thing. I mean, he actually just came from hanging out with Dwayne Wade. He's kind of a dickhead. I'm just throwing it out there, man. I'm not saying I don't think it's all his fault. Like, he was rushing to get to hang out with Justin Herbert and Drew Brees. And he just hung out with David Spade, which I hope he got a lot of money for, because I don't even want to hang out with David Spade.
No, I mean, he's Tiger Woods. Show up 15 minutes late. You'll be okay. Nobody's going to hold that against you.
What if he had, like, it was like $1 million by 8 p.m. or,
Because he needs the extra $1 million.
Maybe he does.
I think he's doing okay.
He's still paying for those kids, man.
All right, so it's about last night. 2 more stories to come. It's the Cotter and Marshall Show, Rock 106.1. So this would actually be a commercial break.
Oh, okay. Yeah. See, things we're learning.
Yeah. So we do have the show planned out. Don't think we're just completely winging it.
Yeah, there's like a thing.
It's official and everything, guys.
Maybe I should wake up before 5 o'clock because I look like hell right now. Jesus Christ. Bags under my eyes.
Oh, I know. I've never. this is weird because I've never really had to care what I looked like to come to work, and
Oh, it showed.
now I kind of
It showed it. I noticed the last 7 years.
Now I will say though, since the first of the year, vesting up, looking nicer in preparation for this moment.
Right, but you didn't wear a vest today.
Well, this is just practice show. I don't have a practice vest.
Well, you should have.
I should have.
And you already failed. And you already failed the show.
Setting the bar low.
Yeah. Well,
Setting the bar low.
we've always been setting the bar low. All right, so this would be, like I said, a commercial break, and then we'd probably play. Do we come out of the commercial break, or do we play a couple songs?
We'll
then
play. We'll
back?
play at least one song.
Okay.
So yeah, we are gonna play songs in the morning. It's something we've never done here. Obviously, for the past 2 weeks, we're playing nothing but songs. But we're definitely gonna play music in the morning. So yeah, we'd come out of the commercials with the song, and then after that song, we'd go into story number 2 for about last night.
All right, so I think each day, one thing we need to do is share our Cotter and Marshall show page to the Rock page.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, yep, should have did that earlier. But this is a test show. I'm not going to put that much pressure on myself.
That's why it's a test show.
Test show.
All right, you ready?
Yeah, story number 2.
Yep.
Let's go into story number 2.
Cotter and Marshall Show, Rock 106.1. It is the special live stream only, so we can make sure all of this stuff works. So far, so good. You can get the stream on the Cotter and Marshall Show Facebook page, on YouTube, and on Twitch.tv. About last night, just covering some stories that went down yesterday. We've got CBS All Access, which was CBS's streaming platform. That's becoming Paramount Plus on March 4th.
I don't know why. Why do we need this?
Maybe because CBS sounds just like television and Paramount sounds bigger. I mean, CBS as a name, I think is more well known than Paramount, though, right?
Right, but when I go to the movies, remember when you used to go to the movies?
What are those?
Yeah, when you used to go to the movies, you would see the big old Paramount
Yeah.
before you see films like Mission Impossible and all those stupid things. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think they're both known, but CBS is more well known.
Right, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just it sounds bigger, but anyway. So a couple things are coming back to Paramount Plus when it launches in March, and they are Behind the Music, which was a VH1 staple.
It's what they're known for. There's
Right,
nothing
yeah,
else.
yeah, yeah.
Oh wait, sorry. Flavor of Love.
They did Rock of Love with Bret Michaels.
Yeah, they had like 2. Oh, and then they did the New York spinoff. They had like 3 shows there in the early 10s that were pretty awesome.
So we've got Behind the Music coming back to Paramount Plus. Also, Unplugged, which may have been the best show in the history of MTV.
Yeah, I mean, stripping down
Yeah.
our favorite artists, not in a physical way, but with their music. And yeah, I mean, Nirvana obviously is the most well-known,
Yes.
I think, unplugged show of all time.
I agree. And what was cool about the Nirvana show is Kurt Cobain's like, I really don't want to do any of our stuff, that people know. So
That's why he did so many covers.
Right, and it's 2 of my favorite Nirvana songs are 2 of the covers that came out of that episode, Man Who Sold the World
Lake of Fire.
and Lake of Fire.
Yeah,
And I mean, they're just great songs.
Those are great songs. Plus, I'm excited about this. They're bringing back Yo MTV Raps. They're making new
That's cool.
Yo MTV Raps as well. Plus, they're bringing back some like old MTV stuff as well. Did you hear about this? Did you hear about this? See this? First of all, Beavis and Butthead,
Right?
new movie. That's exciting. And especially if you love like the MTV reality stuff, they're doing the Challenge All Stars, which is like the first.
You and the wife are into this big time.
How are you not into the challenge?
I've never watched one episode.
For the crap that you watch, that you tell me that you watch, and you don't watch the challenge,
Yeah, I know.
I want to smack the living crap out of you. The challenge is credible. So they're going to do like the Challenge All Stars. They're going to bring back some of the earliest challenge contestants to do like a special little run of shows. Plus, they're putting the first Real World cast back together.
Now, I guess the Real World season I remember the most was the San Francisco season with Puck.
Well, everyone loves Puck. He
Right.
spit on someone.
He did.
That's not right.
But I remember watching the first one thinking, this is weird. Because, I mean, before reality was,
Right.
TV was a thing, and this was like the first one. You're like, this is just bizarre. Why am I watching this? But you were just drawn into it. Now, was that like the most real reality TV ever was?
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was the very first social experiment ever put on television at that point. I mean, it was incredible. So I'm really excited about this. Now it's $6 a month. If you want, you get the first week free.
Right, okay.
First week free, so you could wait for all this stuff to just drop and watch it all within 1 week, or you could just find a way to steal it. Wink, wink. But would you pay $6 for Paramount Plus?
See, you got to pick and choose, man. There's so many options anymore, and it's like, what are the best? I can't do
Netflix.
Well, yeah. I mean, Netflix, I think, is a gimme at this point in
Mhm.
time. I mean, you either have an account, or you have a friend that's got an account, or you got
Yeah.
like an ex-girlfriend that's got an account.
Still got their password, yeah.
But I mean, no. It's just like there's so many options. I don't know. I mean, Unplugged, maybe, but am I going to spend $6 a month just to watch old episodes of Unplugged? No.
Just with all this content, though, I think it's better than Disney Plus.
Well, no. Well, I mean, with all of the Marvel and Star Wars stuff that's coming.
Right. Those
it-
are future promises.
But WandaVision is so good.
Yeah, but for the last year and a half, I paid for nothing.
That's true.
I paid for nothing. They got me. Disney bamboozled me. I just went to Epcot. They got me there too. Bad take, or maybe it's a great take.
Spend $15 for a beer.
I didn't love Epcot. I didn't love it.
Oh, you're killing me.
And I'm just saying.
All right, we've got more of About Last Night. We got to talk about Illinois trying to ban Grand Theft Auto type video games.
Well, of course, they want to spend their time doing this instead of, making the state better.
It's the Cotter and Marshall Show, Rock 106.1.
Boom. So this is in between everything.
Yep. This would be, right now, we'd be, I believe, music. Yep, we got some music going. So if anybody does tune into this after the fact, once again, just kind of run into practice for the live stream. Show starts Monday, live on air and on stream.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it'll be. I mean, I think we'll be done with this probably in the next hour and a half, right?
Yeah, this won't be a full four hours, guys. Sorry,
Yeah.
we're not going to sit here in between when we could just kind of do it. Because my car's a piece of crap and it crapped out of me. No, it hasn't crapped out of me yet.
Let's go into this.
Right now?
Yeah,
Should we save this for
No.
on air?
No,
I mean,
you've
I got
got-
my drove to Texas story.
No, let's just get into what happened last night, and then we'll keep the Texas
Okay.
story for later. So, your car sucks.
Yes.
You got sold a lemon.
So the first 2 years,
Right.
fine.
Right.
The last two, I mean, specifically the last year, I have dropped close to 2,000 to 2,500 in my car within the past year.
It's a lot of money.
Since August.
Well, tires, which is typical.
Well, so here's the crappy part, though. I got tires, and I should not have had to have bought new ones in the amount of time that I did. I was driving my kid to college, dropped him off. On the way back, I'm driving along, and I hear, like, some piece of something fly from my tire, and I thought maybe I hit something. Pulled into a rest stop, and, I mean, I could see the wire, like the
In the
inside-
wire mesh.
Yeah, I could see the wire mesh just looking at my tire, and I'm like, this isn't good. So, I mean, I found some podunk little place in West Virginia, and I pulled in, and I'm like, dude, my tires, I think, are messed up. And he came out and was like, yeah, you cannot drive at all on these. And he had 4 tires, and I dropped $700. And then
That's a lot of money.
and then I had a check engine light come on. I was rolling through Asheville. I was going to do some day drinking. I was all excited about this. And I got my car looked at, and I spent $200 to get my oil change and all stuff cleaned out. I thought that got fixed. By the time I got home, my check engine light came on again, and I had some weird issues, and I spent another $500.
I think you
Stupid.
are the quintessential bad mechanic customer.
I don't know. I mean, but
That's the thing.
why am I a bad mechanic customer? Because my car's a piece of crap.
Because bad mechanics love you.
Oh, okay,
They
that
could
makes
literally
sense.
come up to you and be like, "This is $500," and you're the guy who's just like, "Yes, I will pay you that
Just-
amount
just
of money."
pay it, just
You
take
don't
it.
you
Take
don't
my
even
money.
you don't even try to question them in regards to it. You're just like, "Yeah, I have $500. Absolutely."
No, I don't have $500. That's the problem.
Yeah, and that's your problem. I think you need to be more of a car guy in the sense of finding the one mechanic
Yeah.
that can be trustworthy to look at your vehicle. But they're hard to find.
They are.
Yeah.
Now, the crappy part about all this is I had a red Olds Alero for over a decade.
Mm-hmm.
We gave that car so much crap. But you know what? I didn't spend nearly as much money on that car, and it had over 200,000 miles on it.
It's true. I also missed that car. You also never tried to roll the window up because it was broken.
It broke.
Cotter would have like an ocean in the back seat of his car. He had no issues with
Nah, I didn't care. I mean, because I got here, when I moved here, like 2 months in, the air conditioner broke. So I spent, almost a decade here with no air in that car.
No.
That was a mistake.
Yeah, you can't do that. Anyway, Cotter, we're not going to do a full 4-hour show because Cotter has to take his car to the mechanic again. Someone who will probably just absolutely bend him over. And he'll take it. He'll just be like, yes, sir.
No lube, no problem.
How much? $1,000 is that? It's worth it.
Crap. Story of my life. I am drinking tonight, just regardless.
Wow, okay.
Either it'll be celebratory because my car didn't cost me $500, or it'll just be to numb the pain.
I'm going to go for the later. I'm going to go for the later, man.
I think that's fair.
All right, let's come back in, from the fake music slash, I guess it wouldn't be commercials, right? It'd just be music?
Just music, yeah.
Okay.
Cotter and Marshall Show, Rock 106.1. You can get the live stream. That's what it's all about today on the Cotter and Marshall Facebook page, on our YouTube page, also twitch.tv/Cotter Marshall. Third story for About Last Night, taking a look at things that happened yesterday. And this story came out of our home state. Representative Marcus Evans Jr. Now, he wants to amend a 2012 law. Now, this law prevents the sale of certain video games to minors. I get that. You want to prevent minors from. It's like you're not going to go into an R-rated movie if you're under 17. Now he wants to change this to where the law now states video games like Grand Theft Auto and things like that cannot be sold to anyone. And I think this. I mean, how often do we have to have this conversation? I mean, I think this is way too much, man.
This is the state of Illinois, though, in a nutshell, right? I mean. They avoid fixing roads and keep putting in, like, corrupt politicians. But let's ban video games because carjackings in Chicago went up. Because, well, Chicago's kind of terrible when it comes to crime.
Now, so carjackings are on the rise in Chicago. Fair enough. You're looking to blame video games, specifically naming Grand Theft Auto.
Mm-hmm.
There hasn't been a new Grand Theft Auto game in 8 years. 2013 was the last new Grand Theft Auto game. I get it. People are probably still playing the old ones.
It's actually the best-selling video game over the last essentially decade.
Sure.
Though during that time, it sold like 150 million or 150 million copies. This thing is massive.
Now, this doesn't just limit it to Grand Theft Auto. It's basically any games that promote the activities that we're suffering from in our communities. So, I mean, where do you draw the line? I mean, what stops you from banning just Call of Duty? There's a gun in that game. So
I think they actually want to do that. They want to ban essentially any game that's not Mario. Maybe he's working with Nintendo, and or I don't know. Is Mario stomping on some Goombas' heads? Violent enough where that could lead to carjackings.
I don't know. I just have never figured this out to where people want to ban things. I mean, Is a game like Grand Theft Auto causing it? No. I mean, Vice City, one of my favorite games ever.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not driving around looking like Crockett and Tubbs, looking to carjack somebody.
Well, I mean, people don't understand in Grand Theft Auto, there's good things. I actually wrote a small list. Do you mind?
I'd love to hear it.
Okay, here's some things that are actually good that don't depict like violence or anything in Grand Theft Auto that you could do. You can drive around and listen to the radio.
It's true.
And the radio stations of Grand Theft Auto are by far incredible.
Yeah, they're great.
They're insanely good. You can pet a dog.
And you pet a dog?
You can pet a dog in Grand Theft Auto 5.
Okay.
Yeah. And then also you just go to a strip club. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that, Emperors? What's going on? I love going to the strip club. When I have money, which I usually don't, but when I do, I love going to the strip club. Those are things you could do that are very law-abiding.
Sure.
That don't involve violence.
Yeah.
What are we going to say? Just because you can carjack a car in Grand Theft Auto 5 doesn't mean you should. You can buy a car in Grand Theft Auto 5.
That's true.
Maybe your parents should give you more money so you don't have to carjack. Just throwing that out there.
All right, About Last Night are 3 stories. This is the Cotter and Marshall Show, Rock 106.1.
And that's our first hour of programming. Hope you guys like that. We'll bow. So in the 7 o'clock hour, we'll do usually we'll do like a call-in topic, but our backup, just in case, will be answering questions from the internet, which is what we'll do today because we're not taking any callers.
Yeah, today's just a practice run.
Don't mind me as I hydrate up. All right. I'm ready for...
Okay. Cotter and Marshall Show, Rock 1061, streaming on Facebook. You can check us out at the Cotter and Marshall Show page. Please give us a like. YouTube, we'll get a specific URL soon, I promise. Also, twitch.tv/Cotter Marshall. Now, this would be the 7 o'clock hour of the show. Typically, this is where we'd have a call-in segment, not taking calls today. So we've got, what are these? Answer the internet questions. Just random would-you-rather type questions from the internet.
So we have some solid ones. Do you want to get into one right now? Do you want to wait till after we play a break or a song here?
Let's just say the first question has to do with sex and your parents, which is always uncomfortable. So we'll answer that coming up after this. Cotter and Marshall Show, Rock 1061. Cotter and Marshall Show, Rock 1061. It is the live stream test today. If you want to tune into the stream, weekday morning, 6 to 10, you can get us on Facebook, YouTube, and twitch.tv/Cotter Marshall. We've got answer the internet questions today. Typically, we'd be taking phone calls at this point in time, but since this is just a test run, we're going to answer some of these questions you can find on the internet. So, Marshall, question number 1. Would you rather have your parents watch your sex history?
Is that like from first kiss to latest sexual?
I think it's all of it.
Okay, all right.
I mean, is it alone time too? Does that count? Because
I know.
I'd rather have them watch me have sex with somebody than I think have sex with myself. Right? I mean, at least my dad could be like, "There you go, boy."
I don't know. It says sex history. I would say sex includes more than one person.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
So would you rather have your parents watch your sex history or you watch your conception night?
Ooh. I mean, just to save the trouble for them, I think I would just rather watch my conception night.
You're taking one for the team.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't know. I mean,
I think I could throw around some attaboys. Attaboy. Attaboy.
I don't know. Are lights on? I mean, can you see everything? Is it a darkened room and you're just seeing silhouettes?
What if it's like the dressing room of a Sears?
I'm guessing I was conceived most likely in a truck stop gas station.
No, I've met your parents. It happened at behind a bar, a classy one. No,
it wasn't.
Probably
classy.
it was like the back of like a Manitou, Illinois bar. I'd probably
watch my parents have sex.
Wow, or we oddly agree on that one. Kind of gross.
No. I guess here's the question: do you have to? Are you in the room while they're recapping your sex life? If you have to sit there with them while they watch, I'm totally out on that.
No, I think it states here, would you rather have your parents watch your sex history? I don't think you're in the room for that.
Oh, screw it then. They can watch me have sex. I don't care at this point. They can watch me have sex. They can grade my performance all day long. I don't care.
Yep.
I'll take notes.
All right, let's jump into the next question. I'm going to ask you this one first. Armed with a baseball bat, how many 10-year-olds could you take down before they got you? Now, this is like a swarm, like every zombie movie you've ever seen, like large amount of 10-year-old, let's just call them zombies.
Okay, so I got questions here. You know, are they zombies? If they're not zombies, what did I do to piss off a bunch of 10-year-olds?
You talked about your love, I don't know, or your hate of a YouTube show. I don't know.
Well, I mean, if it's like a zombie horde, I mean, 5 to 10. I mean, because
Wow, really?
well, I mean, if it's a zombie horde, if you're talking thousands of 10-year-olds, I don't care how old they are. They're mobile. They can walk. They're 10-year-olds are biters. They're biters.
You're only giving yourself 5 to 10. You missed the biggest question of all.
What's the
What type of bat it is?
Oh, well, I would imagine. I just give me a gold fashioned Louisville Slugger.
No, and that's why you die. That's why you die almost immediately.
Okay.
It's heavy. I mean, you're going to get exhausted swinging around a Louisville Slugger. Aluminum bat. That's the way to go. And get one of those, like, carbonite ones that, parents pay, like, $300 for their kid to be really bad at, like, baseball when they're younger.
Right.
Give me one of those, dude. I will slug down at least 60 kids.
60 kids.
Yeah, 60. You know what? Maybe 100.
You're not.
Maybe 100.
I mean, you're not giving 10-year-olds credit. They're wiry.
No,
they're wiry.
Nah, it's fun. No, I've seen some 10-year-olds out there. I've seen some of your 10-year-olds out there. I could beat the crap out of your 10-year-olds without a doubt. Especially with a bat, I'd crush your 10-year-olds.
All right. So one more question, and then we'll take a break. If you could pick one person to be the ambassador to aliens, because they're out there, according to all this research we're getting lately.
Yeah.
Who would that ambassador be?
Can they be? Is it alive or dead? Can I just choose?
Anybody.
Abraham Lincoln.
Oh, that's a good call.
Yeah, I know, right?
That's a good
Yeah,
call.
now you can't pick him.
No, I wasn't going to.
Yeah, you might as well just stop answering this question. I just won.
I
just
got
won
a
the
great
internet.
answer. Our boss. Because there's a really good chance, he doesn't come back.
Okay. Yeah, he won't come back, and no one else will. He will get us all killed. Our boss, Aaron Wilborn, that guy would get us murdered. He would say something so dumb almost immediately. Yeah, he'd be like, cool ship. See one better, man. he'd say something stupidly offensive within the first hour. He would get us killed. You choose our boss. You don't like the human race.
Maybe not.
You don't like any of us.
All right, we got more Answer the Internet questions coming up. Cotter and Marshall Show, Rock 106.1.
Our boss. You crazy?
So this is a test to see if our boss actually pays attention to what we do.
It's true. Well, it's still only 6:38 in the morning. So
He's up. He's always up. I don't think he sleeps.
Actually, I just won.
I got a great answer. Our boss, because there's a really good chance.
there we go. Cool. Thanks for anyone that's checking in right now. No one's really commenting because we're just it's early. It's super early right now.
It is.
But we appreciate you guys hanging out. Obviously, this is just a test. We are live streaming testing just the show and how it's going to kind of flow, and we can yell at each other for stupid stuff.
Now, tomorrow, we're actually going to be on the air from 6 until 10.
Right. We're gonna do a real practice show.
Yeah, so we've got a brand new studio. So we had our last work release program months ago in the old studio, and so we got the brand new studio, and it's just a new setup, and things are just a little bit different.
Mm-hmm.
So I figure if we're gonna screw up, let's do it on a Saturday morning, 6 o'clock, instead of official show one
True.
on Monday.
One thing I want to point out to you, which everyone I'm sure will love to hear, when you're talking about streaming, make sure to tell people to pound that subscribe button.
Oh, yeah.
Make sure to say follow along and subscribe to our. And I don't know if you have to say twitch.tv/Cotter Marshall because people can be able to just search us. Same thing.
I couldn't.
Oh, you couldn't?
No, I had to put in the whole URL.
Maybe it's because we don't have any followers there yet.
Maybe. Because, I ended up having to put in the whole URL there. Because I know you can search and find us on YouTube, and Facebook's pretty easy.
Yeah.
Because somebody actually commented what it was our Twitch address on Facebook, and I had to find it.
Yeah, well, what we should do is update our update just the website and social media with our links to other places where we could put them. Have we get a lot of Amber Alerts?
Mm-mm.
Dude, I've gotten like 5 Amber Alerts over the last 24 hours.
No.
I just got an Amber Alert for a 17-year-old female was abducted, kidnapped by a male subject who is potentially her father in Atlanta 3 minutes ago.
Bam. No,
Yeah.
no, I haven't seen any.
Yeah. Nicole hasn't gotten any either. And I was like, dude, I got 5 yesterday.
Weird. That's weird.
Maybe they're targeting me.
All right, you ready?
Yeah, so we coming back with the...
We got last 2 questions because this will be the third segment of that feature.
Yep.
And then we'll break and we'll have 2 other things. All right. Connor and Marshall Show, Rock 1061, streaming live now on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Subscribe, like, love, do whatever you need to do. I'm old. What do you do on Twitch? Is it just follow?
Twitch, no, well, Twitch, you subscribe to people.
You subscribe,
Yeah,
okay.
you can subscribe to people, and yeah, I mean, you can follow along with them. But yeah, I mean, generally, it's for like watching video games. People
Yeah.
play video games and stuff.
So I think we should play video games.
Yes, we'll eventually do
Okay.
that. I think we should.
I think that's a great idea. All right, anyway, we've got Answer the Internet questions. There's some random questions. Typically at this time, we would be taking your phone calls. There's a test run today on the stream. So, next question. Would you rather date an ugly rich lady or a poor good-looking lady?
Oof. Give me ugly rich, man.
Um,
I'm point in my life. I've had a lot of beautiful women touch me, mostly on like my shoulder, patting me to actually pushing me away. No, give me an ugly rich lady. I'm ready to live that life.
yeah?
Yeah, like Beverly Hillbillies, baby. Take me to Beverly Hills. Give me ugly rich, man. I could deal with that. Poor? What? I gotta support you? I'm making dinner every night. What are you eating, ramen again? Nah, man. Pass. You?
As long as they get me a car that runs, I don't care.
So you're saying that you'd go ugly rich?
I whatever. You got a car that I don't have to spend thousands of dollars on? Yes, I'm in.
So wait. So are you saying that even this poor lady, if she just let you borrow her car,
I'm in.
So you're definitively not choosing either.
Correct. I just need anybody. So basically, I'm saying if anybody's got a car out there, I'm in.
So you're not a. And you're really taking that one to heart. His check engine light came on. He's having a real tough time today, guys.
Dude, it broke me. I'm driving home. I'm sorry. We're getting distracted now. Driving home yesterday, I picked up my kid from school. We're driving home. We're having a conversation about what she's got to do that night. She has like a video conference through for a theater thing. I'm like, oh, that's awesome. We're talking. She's super excited about it. I look down. I see the check engine light. I'm like, why is the light on again? And it killed the mood in the car. I felt bad. My daughter knew. She's like, I'm not going to say anything for the rest of the drive home.
Your daughter's crying silently in the back seat.
I felt so bad for her because it just emotionally, it completely wrecked.
All right, well, pull yourself together so we can finish the segment. All right, I'm going to ask you this question. And you should actually, with the anger that's seeping through your pores right now, you should have something pretty good.
Yes.
Cotter, if you could design a torture device for people in hell, what is it?
It's easy. They got to pay for my car.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, the other option is just do the show with you. I mean, just sit
Oh,
here
wow.
all day. Yeah. It's my own personal
Wow,
hell.
this really took a right turn. Are you okay? Did you just get a text message from your mechanic saying it's going to be another $1,000?
I haven't dropped it off yet. I don't know.
All right, so for me, it's obvious. It's just a torture device for people in hell. Just make them stand in lines all day.
Yeah.
Like it's like you're in Disneyland.
But you never get the payoff of
Yeah,
the ride.
like the moment you get up to the
it breaks down.
yeah, it breaks down. They just shut the oh man, park's closed. Or just like the typical, just like pineapple in your ass. Just a
Whoa. How is that anywhere close to typical?
yeah. It's like, well, I mean, if you think, oh, I'm going to create a torture device for people in hell, yeah, just shove a pineapple up their ass. That one's easy. It's organic too. So like.
Well,
Am I saving the earth in hell? Yeah, I am.
But it will eventually dissolve, deteriorate. I mean, it's pineapple.
Yeah, because it'll be going
Yeah.
in and out.
It's in and out.
Right. It's just not the upward
I just thought
motion.
It was in. You're
Yeah.
stuck there with a pineapple up your ass all
Or
day.
maybe I just have a bunch of pineapples. We just keep shoving them up there. I don't know until you explode and then you come back together. I don't know. I don't know the rules of hell. I mean, I eventually will. But right now, that's what I got.
All right, it's the Goddard and Marshall Show, Rock 1061.
Oh, cool. So when when people comment, like Don just said, "Good luck, guys." When I comment, it actually replies to all three streams.
cool.
So it actually has like a little check mark for YouTube, check mark for Facebook, check mark for Twitch.
Oh, nice. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Dope. I guess before we jump into we're at the bottom of the 7 o'clock
Yeah.
hour, hypothetically.
Yep.
We could show off some of our stuff, or show off like just a couple things.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
for our beer for breakfast segment, which we'll do today.
Yeah, we might as well.
So technically, I think we'll probably be drinking beer by like 7:45. We have a 3-camera setup because every Friday we'll have a guest in studio. Our first guest will be Smith Matthews from Hopatomica / Southbound
Yep.
Brewing Company. He'll be bringing some delicious beers in. And then week 2 on March 12th, I doubly confirmed it yesterday. Rick DeJesus of Adelita's Way will be in studio with us. So our 3-camera setup will look a little something like that. There will be a person right there that way. But that's what our setup will look like. But yeah, Rick DeJesus, pretty excited about that. Lead singer of Adelita's Way will be stopping in for beer for breakfast. He'll have a show later that night, so hopefully he doesn't continue drinking. But that's also his choice.
His choice. He's a rock star.
I won't slide him for it. But yeah, it'll be a lot of fun to have him in studio, and then we have guests lined up each and every Friday. We have beer reps. We have rock stars. We have people who just have incredibly large Facebook followings.
Yep.
So yeah, we're very excited about beer for breakfast each and every Friday. So that's just a little sneak peek of the panel that we'll be using. But yeah, it should be a lot of fun.
I like it. All right.
So this is exciting. This next thing we're going to talk about. Is it official?
Yeah, you will see us.
Yeah. Well, don't pretend like this is real yet, guys. If you are watching this, this is mostly real. Like this giveaway we're gonna do.
It's real.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll confirm it. It's real.
Yeah, it's real.
Yeah, it's confirmed.
Okay.
100%.
Cool.
All right, here we go.
Cool.
Cotter and Marshall Show, Rock 1061, our special live stream test show today. You can get the stream on the Cotter and Marshall Facebook page, on our YouTube channel, also twitch.tv/Cotter Marshall. Like, subscribe on all of those platforms. Watch us each and every day.
Take us with you. You can actually just watch us in the car when you're driving to work. That's kind of nice.
I'd be,
Well,
be careful with it. Don't encourage that.
Right. Well, I mean, but you can. I mean, that's the way I would do it. I'm not a great driver, apparently.
No, you're not. So our boss was really excited about getting us something to give away with the launch of the show. So just the other day, he got an Xbox Series X to give away.
Yeah, but it also comes with like Madden, the latest Madden, like a $20 gift card. It comes with like an extra controller. It has it's a big bundle. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's really nice. So what we're gonna do is Cotter and Marshall Madness. You've got the big tournament involving basketball and colleges coming up.
Yep.
We got sponsors, so we really can't, say too much about the name.
Yep.
Anyway, so we're going to have an online bracket contest for you guys to enter, to fill out, and that's how we're going to give away this Xbox Series X.
Yeah, we're pretty excited about that. So you'll be able to go to rock1061.com, fill out your bracket as soon as they announce the teams and how everyone kind of lines up, and then the person that does the best will actually win an Xbox Series X. It's not one of those like national contests where it's like
we'll have it.
You could win $10,000. No, we're actually going to hook someone up locally, right here in Low Country Coastal Empire, with an Xbox Series X bundle, which is really hard to get and just oddly expensive, just because that's how video games are nowadays.
So, without there being a tournament last year, how jacked do you think everybody is for the tournament this year? I mean, Selection Sunday is going to be like a national holiday.
Well, I was going to talk to the guys. I honestly don't even want to move from the seat because at 10 o'clock, our show's over with, and I think the games start like an hour and a half later.
Okay.
I'm going to see if they can put a TV up here, like on the wall across from me, just so I can.
Why does it have to be? Can't we put it like there so we can both see?
No, I think that's actually. I don't want to distract you from the great work that you, Cotter, the great work that you do. Yeah, I'd rather put it there. I mean, someone really should be paying attention to this show. It won't be me. But yeah, if I could do that, that'd be great. Because I'm gonna have a little fridge over here, pop some beers, watch that, pee myself. It'll be fine. It'll be great, man.
All right, so your chance to win an Xbox Series X, Cotter and Marshall Madness. It will be a bracket contest. More details coming soon. Rock 1061.
It'll actually be kind of interesting to hear what the show sounds like tomorrow because we'll have some of the actual imaging for our show, correct? Yeah. Right now, it's just there's no sound at all.
Well,
and it's weird.
It's probably the sound is not going to feed through for the video.
Right, for the
So,
video.
yeah,
just
yeah.
I'm just saying for us.
For us, yes. For the video, it won't, just because of the whole licensing thing. Would like not to be kicked off any of our channels day one.
Right. Well, it's Facebook. Facebook's the worst when it comes to if you play any sort of audio over a live stream at all,
Yeah.
they will kick you immediately.
Yeah.
But like YouTube, they'll let it live for like weeks and weeks and weeks until they find it.
Yeah.
Same thing with Twitch.
Okay, that's good. That's good to know. Well, I mean, you saw the whole where the Twitch gaming channel played royalty-free music over a Metallica performance because they didn't feel they had the rights for it, which is really weird.
Yeah. Although Metallica agreed to play a Twitch show.
Yeah.
It's, I don't know, that's silly.
All right, you ready?
Yeah, so this would technically be the end of the 7 o'clock hour. This is our last break of the hour before the 8 o'clock hour, where we'll talk about a new feature we have called Fire Away Fridays, and then we'll obviously have a new trivia game as well.
Yep. All right. Cotter and Marshall Show, Rock 1061 special live stream test edition. You can catch the stream on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. So I recently went to Austin, Texas.
Mm-hmm.
My youngest kid is a senior in high school, got accepted to Arkansas, and also applied for UT in Austin. On the way there, found out she got in. Now, she wants to be an architect.
Yeah.
And so they only accept 100 people into this program. So, I mean, it was a big deal that she got in.
Sure.
So we decided we're going to drive to UT. We're going to tour the campus. I'm sorry to harp on my car again, but it all ties together
Oh,
so nicely.
Jesus Christ.
So we're in Louisiana, and it's not like a massive bridge like the Talmadge, but it's where you're just going over water for what seems like 3 hours.
Sure.
And we're driving along, and there's a cop off to the right on the shoulder. So everybody's trying to slow down and, merge over to the left. And I'm trying to merge over to the left. Doesn't happen. And this car comes right on my ass. And then as this happens, the cop decides to pull out in front of me. So I kind of slam on my brakes. The guy behind me hits my bumper on the driver's side
Oh.
and then takes off around me and goes.
Did when he hit you, did your car shift?
No, I mean, you just felt a bump.
Okay.
I saw out of my rearview mirror his headlight explode because it basically got his headlight.
Oh, wow.
But as he pulls off, that's when I notice there's a cop chasing this guy. I mean, not for hitting me. His lights were already on. I was involved in a police chase.
Where you were hit and ran from.
In a police chase. So I call my insurance. They're like, well, we need a report from the cops. So we find the parish, whatever it is in Louisiana, and we call them, and they're like, well, you've driven too far. You're out of our jurisdiction. You've got to backtrack 5 miles. So I backtrack 5 miles.
At least it's only 5 miles.
I know. So I backtrack 5 miles, and I start talking to this cop, and he's like, oh, man, yeah, he got away. I was really hoping you would have got his tag. I'm like, that's your job. You're the cop.
You're also chasing him.
How do you not have his license plate number?
Aren't they videoing this whole process?
I don't know. So I get a little business card with a case number on it. It's like, hey, give this to your insurance. So my drive continues into Texas. My car not damaged. The dent that's on that side, I did. Continued the drive to Austin, and my car starts acting weird. So I get to Austin, I take it in, $600 to fix my car. So anyway,
it's like all the mechanics of America. They're like, yo, if this dude comes in, just say it's $600. He'll pay it every time. He's an idiot.
So this was 2 days before the snow hit, just devastating Texas.
Oh yeah.
I mean, my aunt and uncle live in Austin were without power and water for 3 days, 4 days, whatever. So we're trying to leave, and it's weird because it's Austin. You're not used to seeing ice covering trees. We're trying to drive out of Austin, and Austin is nothing but overpasses. So everything's closed. So I'm not sure how to get out of Austin at this point in time.
You could drive up to Oklahoma to go
It's
home.
crazy. And then I finally get out, and then in Louisiana again, because this state hates me, I get pulled over.
Right.
Because I changed lanes. I did it in front of a cop, and he said I didn't have my turn signal on. I swear I had it on. But I'm like, I'm not arguing it. He's a cop.
Mm-hmm.
And then he takes me back to his cop car. He's like, hey, I got to finish up some stuff. Can you come with me? And he's being really nice, but he's just asking random questions.
Sure.
And it felt like he was trying to trap me in something.
Yeah, he was trying to catch you in a lie.
With what? I don't know.
Well, you look suspicious.
How do I look suspicious?
Your hair, your body,
You have a mullet. What
your
are you talking
your
about
face,
me?
your face, kind of. It's very suspicious looking. I mean, did he ask you for $600? Because you would have
I
gave
would've given it to him.
you would have gave it to him. You're like, let me grab some cash. Is there a ticket? Like, yeah, ticket for giving up $600.
It's the Connor and Marshall Show, Rock 106.1.
I swear to God, if they say anything about your car today, you know what you should do? Just grab it and take it right to a dealership. Be like, I'd like to trade this in, and just find a new car.
I'm worried that it's going to be the oil problem. So because I mean it's twice now that I've gotten like the solenoids or whatever it's called had to get it changed. Because the one time I was over at what's the one we take to the station?
That place.
That place. So, because he's like, he was like, you have to get your oil changed on time in these new cars. You can't wait. So I had to get those changed. And then that's what happened the second time. Now, since that happened, it's like I get my oils changed early. I have the little gauge in there telling me, how percentage-wise.
Yeah, your life of
Yeah,
your oil.
Driving to Austin, I knew I was going to pass the mileage technically, but my life was still like 20%. It was 30% driving. It may have gotten down to the upper 20s by the time we got to Austin. Light never came on. That seemed fine. I got my oil changed when I got there because I knew I was going to need that. I'm just worried that that's the problem, and that's the $500 whatever because it's the solenoids that got changed or whatever it's called. It's weird. I don't know. It's frustrating. It's frustrating.
Yeah, I get a new car. Screw that. Well, that's what happened with my Hyundai Tucson, man. I went to Atlanta, and I had that transmission issue, and I just rode it for 4 hours to Atlanta in stop-and-go traffic. It started, shifting really, really hard.
Right.
So I let it rest for the weekend. I drove it all the way back to Savannah, had no issues. I took it into the transmission joint down the street, and they were like, oh, yeah, you need a new transmission. And I literally took it in the next day to the car dealership. I had them clear everything, and I just traded it in. I'm like, it runs perfectly. I like $2,600 for it. It's not bad.
I gotta do something. I mean, I'm still paying on it.
Yeah. Trust me, there's some car guys that can take care of you.
Yeah. All right. So this will be top of the 8 o'clock hour.
Oh, we're at 8 o'clock, and it's only almost 7?
Yeah. See, this show's going to be easy. We'll get 4 hours done in 2 hours every day. We're out the door by 8 o'clock.
We get to drink beer in 30 minutes. That's pretty
true.
awesome.
I know. All right. Connor and Marshall Show, Rock 106.1. It is the live stream only test today. Get the stream live right now. The Connor Marshall Facebook page, our YouTube channel, and twitch.tv/Connor Marshall. Like and subscribe on all of those. You get to feed any of those on any of those channels each and every weekday starting at 6. Now, the show officially kicks off Monday morning at 6 o'clock. Day 2, Tuesday. Torture Tuesday is back. Has it been a year? I mean, we did the Torture Tuesday stuff, Facebook Lives, during the pandemic.
Right.
But for an official Torture Tuesday on the show, has it been a year?
It's been quite some time. But yeah, it is back this coming Tuesday. Now, you and I, we're in a fantasy football league. Now, generally, we ran one with the show. We did our old show, Work Release Program. We did a fantasy football league. We decided not to do it this past year because, well, we didn't have a great prize to give you. Usually we used Welcome to Rockville tickets, like VIP tickets, and we take care of you guys with a really cool prize with that thing. But we didn't have it, so we didn't do it. But we had a personal league that we're both in just because we're knuckleheads and we like to do that type of thing. And you and I both made it to the finals of that fantasy football league. And you were number one most of the year.
Yeah, this is the best year I ever had until the finals when I faced you. Now it's like when I was watching the finals, I'm like, if Marshall wins in the semifinals, he makes it. I'm losing. I will lose to him because I have that much faith in myself. Anybody else I would have beat.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
When I saw you win, I was like, God, dang it!
That's
man.
right. That's right, man. I don't know. I haven't won a fantasy football championship in 5 years. So, man, when we got into that championship game, and you and I were talking about it. We're talking crap to each other at work, at home, via text message. I think it was you who brought up we should put a Torture Tuesday bet on this. I'm like, well, I don't know when we're going to do it, but now we finally have the dates. This coming Tuesday, and I've been holding on to a couple one-chip challenge boxes that I just bought out of for no reason at all. I figure they're just good things to have, especially when it comes to two stupid people like you and I. It's going to be exciting because you have to do both at the same time.
So last time I did the Pocky One Chip Challenge, it was with catfish, and I didn't eat prior, and it wrecked me 25 minutes after the fact of eating it, and to the point where I was curled up in the fetal position on the floor of my office. It was so bad. That was just one, and I typically don't eat breakfast. I'm going to have to eat something next Tuesday.
You're doing both these.
Man, so can I just do them both at the same time?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I don't know. Nah, you just said it. You said, you know what? 5 minutes in between.
No.
5 minutes in between. Maybe less than 5 minutes. What if I just said 30 seconds?
That's fair. I can do that.
You can't stack these like Pringles. They're not Pringle based. They're like tortilla chips.
I mean, I guess what's worse, eating them both at the same time, it would be better, right? Because you just get out of the way.
Yeah, you probably want that, but I mean, it's going to be so intense. One, let alone two, it's gonna be awful for you.
So when are we going to do this during the show? I don't. So initially, my thought was we end the show with it. I want to get some content out of it.
Yeah.
So I think we have to do it sometime during the show to where people can witness my suffering on the live stream.
Well, I mean, based upon how our show is structured, we got to do it at the top of the 9 o'clock hour.
Okay.
Yeah, top of the 9 o'clock hour, and we'll run it there, and then we have Marshall's Music News at the end of the 9 o'clock hour. Then our show's over. So I think the last hour we do Torture Tuesday.
Okay, I'm fine with that. So Torture Tuesday is back this coming Tuesday. Pocky One Chip Challenge times 2. I'm eating 2 chips
At the same time. I saw a video like that once, but it included girls in cups. It's like the same thing, though, right?
It's the Cotter and Marshall Show, Rock 106.1.
I forgot we had smelling salts.
We've got the smelling salts.
Let's do the smelling salts here in a minute. So we decided, I decided every Friday we are going to snap some smelling salts, and that's how we're going to start our show, so we can be amped up and crazy for you guys on Fridays. Oh, Andrew Christian says, "Good luck, guys." Thanks, Andrew.
Thanks, man.
Once again, man, this is just a test.
Yeah, this is a test.
Just a fizzly test. Oh wait, is it today Friday?
Yeah.
Shit. WandaVision. I just realized we have a new episode of WandaVision to watch today.
Yeah, so WandaVision, I liked the first episode, the first couple episodes. I'm all right, this is cool. I think once they broke away and you started seeing everything behind it, that's when the show took off.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm blown away by how well Marvel has done almost everything. Not everything's been perfect. I wish Star Wars would take notes, because look at what Marvel has done in this short amount of time, and has built this. This is what Star Wars should have been for years. I mean, it's so interesting, and there's so many different places and characters and people they could bring into the story, and they've always just stuck to kind of like the Skywalker saga. But look at what Marvel has done. It just blows me away.
I just love that once again you somehow bring this back to Star Wars.
Well, no, but I mean, I think it's. I mean, it shows you what it can be. It shows you what it can be under the Disney banner. Because a lot of people were worried, when Star Wars was bought by Disney. I was like, no, let them go. This is perfect. And I was wrong, because it wasn't perfect. But it shows that you can do it under the Disney banner and still do it good.
See, I love this, because at this exact moment, we're showing off your personality to a T right here, right? So once again, when Cotter gets his mind affixed on something, right? He will always bring it back to it. So he will, once again, I bring up WandaVision, how excited I am. You bring your Star Warsdom. You just grab it and you drag it along that WandaVision goodness. And then I almost, the same thing, like we're talking about answering the internet, and you're like, here's my car issues, and you're just scrubbing it along the grate.
I thought both tied in well. Thank you very much.
But no, it's a good look at your personality when it comes to that type of thing, man. I mean,
But no, WandaVision has been fantastic.
But can I talk about my car for a minute?
I think I'm done.
If
for
anyone
now.
has a good mechanic, actually.
Oh shoot, that'd
Yeah,
be
that's
great.
actually anyone who may be watching this very moment. If you have an incredible mechanic that you trust, that their baseline is less than $600, which is what Cotter's looking for right now, drop their link in the comments so we can have Cotter reach out to them.
So this is the one that, and I agree, finding a different. We got to figure out a way to set this up maybe earlier on the air.
I'm sorry. What are you talking about?
The Fire Away Friday, because isn't that the one when in the email last night you talked about setting it up earlier? I thought that's what you said. Maybe I misunderstood.
I sent you an email in regards to the beer for breakfast.
Oh, was it beer for breakfast? Okay, maybe that's what I was thinking. Okay, sorry.
Just the beer for breakfast. We need to. You have it only set for.
Well, I mean, we can, because initially, it was at the bottom of the show, and it was the last 3 breaks. So, I mean, we could do it be the first 3 breaks. The first break.
Yeah, I just think we truncate Marshall's Music News.
That's fair.
That day, because I I guess it kind of depends on the person, the guests we have as well. If they're great, then
Yeah,
I
that's
think
true.
if they're great, we hold them for that 3rd break. If we're done with them, no offense to our future guests, if we're done with them, then we just drop them and then we move on to music news.
That's fair.
With Fireaway Fridays, yeah, I mean, with Fireaway Fridays, what we could do is you could put a post up. I guess it's kind of more of a poll thing, and
Yeah.
Facebook's not great at polls anymore.
They're not, but I was just going to be like, comment below.
Yeah.
I mean, that would be-
Yeah, I think on Thursdays, just say our Fireaway Friday choice, and then have people comment on it,
Yeah.
and that'll just have to go up every Friday or every Thursday.
Yeah, put up Thursday.
Yeah.
Sure.
And that's another thing where we can cross-share content with the Cotter and Marshall page and the Rock 1061 page. We can share it to the Rock page. What I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I get it. So I mean, we really don't have to do the Fireaway break. And it is just kind of what it is. It's not that hard.
You want to do smelling salts instead?
we can if you want.
Yeah, let's try it.
Are we gonna do trivia today? I mean, there's really
Yeah, let's just go 1v1 on trivia.
okay. Cotter and Marshall Show, Rock 1061. You can get the live stream on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Now, you bought smelling salt. You bought these like months ago.
Yeah, I was really excited about it.
So what was it? It was Smelling Salts Friday, or what was it?
Yeah, like I was just going to kick off the show every single Friday with smelling salts. That's not weird. I just want to be amped for Fridays, man, because I want to bring the energy. It's the weekend. People are ready to get the hell out of work. They haven't even gone to work, and they're ready to get out, start the weekend. And, eventually life will go back to more of a normal thing. We'll be able to go to shows and, pack the bars even more than they already are in Georgia and South Carolina. I'm just saying, I just want people to be amped about the show. So I want to show them how amped I am. I'm willing to do drugs live on the air.
Have you ever smelled smelling salt?
Yeah, I've done smelling salts once.
I've done it. It sounds like I've done a bump, just a bump. It's fine.
I'm fine, man. I'm fine. No, I was working out with a couple of guys last year, and we just cracked some smelling salts. And like, you ever done a smelling salt, man? I'm like, no, I'm not. And I try this. So, these are ammonia sport ampules. So they're for athletic smelling salt boost, strength, energy, focus, and you're just supposed to snap and sniff. You want to start it? You want me to?
Go for it.
All right.
What is that?
Let's go! Yes!
Why
Yes!
Why is it turned
Oh!
pink? What is in
Oh
there?
my God!
What is
Let's
that?
go! Did you even smell
I
it?
did.
You did it! Hit it again! Oh my God!
It's like It's like the pool, and they put too much chlorine in it.
Oh my gosh, let's go! Are you not ready now? Yes! Made my eyes water. Oh crap! That was awesome. I'm glad we got that on video.
Oh dear God! All right, we're gonna get to trivia. We've renamed our trivia segment. Are you smarter than a community college dropout?
Because that's true. We both failed community college.
No,
Sorry, dropped out. We dropped out.
I got a job in radio. I legitly quit school.
So did I.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't fail out. You said fail out. I want to amend that.
Okay, fine. We
There-
both quit school because we got full-time jobs.
Yes, which was still probably one
Bad
of the
idea. Probably should have stayed in school.
stupidest things we've ever done. So we've got Are You Smarter Than a Community College Dropout trivia coming up. Rock 106.1.
Ooh, smelling salts. God damn. Good Lord. I'm up now. So generally with our trivia, we are going to be challenge a listener. So we'll ask a listener to call in, and they'll have their choice of taking on Cotter or I because we are both community college dropouts. Now, Are You Smarter Than a Community College Dropout is brought to you by, wait for it.
Rotten Little Bastard.
Oh, look, we have a little thing. We have a screen for that. It's pretty awesome.
It's Rotten Little Bastard Distillery located on Boundary Street, Beaufort, in the Beaufort Town Center.
See, that's exciting. We have never had a sponsor mostly for anything. So
No.
It's almost like our sales team likes us now.
Just 12 years I've been here doing this, and finally we've got a sponsor.
Oh, this is great news. All right, so this is once again, this would be a call-in segment where we would take one of you guys on. Our baseline prize is always going to be like a gift card to like one of our favorite breweries here in the Savannah Hilton Head area. Excuse me. And then we'll always shift in tickets. So I think during the second week, we'll play one day for Adelita's Way tickets. We'll have some tickets to them. We'll have tickets to Steel Panther. We're so excited for that show. Steel Panther coming in for 2 shows at the end of April. But we'll always have gift cards if you do happen to beat us. But we spend a lot of time doing nothing else but knowing stupid crap. So we are sort of difficult to beat. I'm not trying to like toot our own horn here, but
We have a good record.
yeah, we have definitely a winning record when it
Yeah.
comes to that. You may want to move your mic out of your face hole there.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, that works. All right, cool. You ready?
Yep.
Rock 106.1, it is the Cotter and Marshall Show, a special live stream edition. You can get the live stream on Facebook, Twitch, and, of course, YouTube. It is time for Are You Smarter Than a Community College Dropout? It is our trivia game brought to you by Rotten Little Bastard Distillery, located on Boundary Street, Beaufort, in the Beaufort Town Center.
Now, I haven't had a chance to go to Rotten Little Bastard Distillery yet, but I'll be definitely making my way over there soon. They have bourbon, vodka. I think they have gin coming up as
Nice.
well. They have all sorts of the spirits.
Now, typically, we would take on you guys, the listeners, for the trivia, your chance to win. Today is just a practice show, so we just each have 7 questions. We're going to ask each other different sets of questions, and we'll have a winner.
Exactly. So generally how this would happen is a listener would take us on. The person they didn't choose would ask the questions, and the person they'd be going against would be wearing these soundproof headphones. That's right. We bought soundproof headphones
It's legit.
for the other person to wear. These are like the NASCAR things that you see out there. But once again, because we're not taking on anyone and just on each other today, we won't be wearing those.
All right, so do you want to go first?
I'll go first, yeah.
All right, so 7 questions, 60 seconds. I'll start the clock after I finish question number 1.
All right, here we go.
What branch of mathematics is also a term
I
for the
hate you.
hard buildup of minerals on your teeth?
Calculus.
Correct. What is the only U.S. state to border 4 of the 5 Great Lakes?
Michigan?
Correct.
2 for Sue, bitch.
To bowl a perfect game with a score of 310-pin bowling, how many consecutive strikes must you throw?
10.
Incorrect.
11.
Incorrect.
Shit.
Although their character can't say that. Although their characters are all roughly the same age, which of the 6 Friends stars is the oldest in real life?
Courtney Cox.
Incorrect. The British Bulldog was an affectionate name given to what British Prime Minister during World War II?
Don't know. Pass.
What is the subtitle of Star Wars Episode 2 released in 2002?
Attack of the Clones.
Correct. By what nickname is the American folk hero John Chapman better known today?
Bully Butthead.
Incorrect. You passed on the British Bulldog for the Prime Minister during World War II. Doesn't matter. Time is up. You got 3.
Okay, 3 out of 7. Okay, I'm just warming up, guys. This is just practice.
It's been a while since we played trivia.
Yeah.
That's fair. So we'll go over the answers. Branch of mathematics, also termed for the hard buildup of minerals in your teeth. It is calculus.
Life's a dental hygienist. I knew that. Huh, babe?
Michigan is the only U.S. state to border 4 of the 5 Great Lakes. You got to throw 12 strikes in a row
12. Yeah.
to get to 300.
Not a bowler. Actually, I'm a terrible bowler.
Lisa Kudrow is the oldest friend in real life. Winston Churchill was the British Bulldog, British Prime Minister.
Sure.
Attack the Clones, you got right. It is the subtitle for the Star Wars Episode 2 movie released in 2002. And John Chapman, better known as Johnny Appleseed.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. That makes sense. All right, so I'll throw it on to you just because we're having some fun and practicing here. So let me go ahead and break out my stopwatch, which is just my iPhone. I don't actually have a stopwatch. That'd be weird. All right, Cotter, are you ready? Your
ready.
time will begin after I ask first question. Your first question, I'll even let you know, is multiple choice.
Okay.
So here we go. What team won the 100th anniversary Stanley Cup? Is it the Canadiens or Maple Leafs?
Maple Leafs.
Incorrect. In what country is Absolute Vodka made?
United States?
Incorrect. Where did Saints quarterback Drew Brees play college football?
Oh, I have no idea. Georgia Tech.
Incorrect. True or false? Frasier is getting rebooted.
True.
Correct.
Yes!
Nice, you got one. In the movie 300, how many of the 300 Spartan warriors survive?
None.
Incorrect.
God dang it.
What character best known for their what character is best known for their phrase, "What's up, Doc"?
Bugs Bunny.
Correct. Wow, what a layup. Got that one. You get 2 right. And then finally, name one member of Rage Against the Machine. Just name one. First and last name. I need both.
Tom Morello.
All right, yes.
What do you mean?
It's Morello.
Oh,
You said Morella.
sorry.
Like you're suddenly from you're from Sarsaparilla. You're suddenly from the southern states. All right, your time has officially eclipsed with that. I'll go ahead and give that to you. So you got Bugs Bunny, 1, 2.
Yeah, 3.
Yeah, 3. All right, we're just warming up, baby.
We both suck today. So look at it this way. So when we actually start trivia on Monday, you have a really good shot
Yeah,
of winning.
yeah. I mean, we're out of practice when it comes to trivia.
So
Usually we always did like 4 or 5. Like I felt like that
Yeah,
was
right.
that was kind of like our baseline. 3 is very low.
this is not a good start.
Yeah.
So, all right, Cotter and Marshall show. Rock 1 is 6-1.
Andrew Christian says Cotter's on fire. Hopefully you're just watching the end of that instead of the beginning. The beginning was rough.
It was all rough.
Oh, I guess we didn't go over answers for me.
Oh, shoot.
We could just do it
Yeah,
off.
yeah,
Whatever.
that's fine.
The team that won the 100th Stanley Cup was obviously the Canadians, the team you didn't choose. Sweden is where they make Absolute
Okay.
Vodka. Saints quarterback played for Purdue.
Yeah, never heard that.
True, yes, Frasier is getting rebooted. There was one Spartan warrior left to tell the tale.
Yeah,
Yeah.
makes sense.
Character best known for What's Up, Doc is Bugs Bunny. And then Rage Against the Machine, Tom Morello, Zach De La Roca, Tim Comerford, and Brad Wilk.
Yeah, I would have gotten 2 out of those 4.
All right, now that would be Are You Smarter Than a Community College Dropout? And we'd switch back to our standard. Cotter's going to get beer. Nice. Yeah, so I'm pretty excited about the live stream. I think it looks pretty good. We have a lot of other panels, is what we call them, so we can go kind of to, although that one obviously is not working. Let's try this. Boom. We have wide shots of each one of us. We also even have a special St. Patty's Day camera as well, which there we go. That works as well, which will run St. Patty's Day week. So fun little video stuff that we have going on with the Cotter and Marshall Show live stream. You know, technically with beer for breakfast, it could be a 3-breaker, because what we could do is the first break could be introducing the guest, talking about what they have going on. Second break could be breaking down and reviewing the beer. And the third break, I don't know, I guess we could always kind of decide that. But third break could always just be like, hang out, you know, let's talk about this, get your thoughts on this, if they're an entertaining personality type of deal.
Yeah. I forgot to bring one in, so we're just going to go with that. I got out to my car, and I remembered as soon as I got to my car, and I'm like, I go back in while I wake up the dog.
I have the Cloud Drifter IPA in my fridge. You want to do that instead of this?
Doesn't matter. I don't care. We can do
Okay. Are y'all going to be looking to expand at any point to other cities? I'm pretty much stay on 106.1 with the show. Everything sounds and looks great so far. Oh, thanks, Andrew. Right now we're just on Rock 106.1 in Savannah. Yes, hopefully one day. That'd be nice. I hope we're better at that point. Not like we're bad today, but you know, we're definitely not awake until I got that smelling salt.
Yeah, no, it's weird. I mean, not being on the air for 2 weeks is it's very bizarre, you know, and that to me is like the biggest difference. It's like, seriously, I don't think I've been off the air for that long in 15 years.
It's been like a nice little reset, honestly.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
that's true.
It's because we're not who we are on the work release programming. The setup, the concept, it's different. I mean, yeah, we're doing some of the same things, but it's definitely different. Yes, and we have Gibby saying, "Dream big." We are dreaming big.
Thank you.
Have a big sandwich or burrito after the show, actually.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I think where the show's going to be day one, and then
After a year, I mean, it's
shoot, a couple months after that. I mean, I think it will evolve and it'll get better. I mean, it is an adjustment. There's the morning aspect of it. There's doing different things and longer breaks and stuff like that. There's the new setup technically. So I mean, it's not gonna. I'm not sitting there going, "Oh, it's gonna suck." It's not gonna suck. But I mean, I think day one, then by May, April, then a year from now. I mean, I think the show will evolve, change, and do nothing but hopefully get better.
Yeah, and I think we're going to be extra hard on ourselves to make sure that we're doing something good, especially when it comes to the on-air product. And when it comes down to like just going out in the community and doing stuff, I mean, that is going to be a big initiative for us. So every time there's an opportunity where someone can judge something or someone can MC something, you're going to be probably seeing one of our stupid faces out and doing it every chance possible.
Well, and I mean, with the pandemic, I mean, that was the weirdest part for me. It's like there was, just by default, there turned into this disconnect a little bit because we weren't able to go do things. People weren't able to go out and do things. So, I mean, once we are, we've got stuff like that to where we can go out and do. I mean, I think that is going to be fantastic.
Yeah.
All right.
So this is kind of wrapping up our show today. It's 7:24. So we got beer for breakfast. We'll do Marshall's music news, and that will technically wrap the show for the day. But let's drink some beer, and then after we drink beer, let me read those stories more further so we could talk about them.
Okay.
And then, we'll roll from there.
Cotter and Marshall Show, Rock 106.1. This is the stream-only practice edition. You can get the stream on the Cotter and Marshall Show Facebook page, our YouTube channel, also on Twitch. Now, every Friday, we're going to have beer for breakfast, of course, on the work release program. We had the beer review of Supremacy. Now, we're taking that and expanding on it because, it'll be a longer segment, but we're going to have a guest in studio every Friday to drink beer with us.
That's right. So as we mentioned earlier in our stream, our first guest is going to be Smith Matthews of Hopatomica and Southbound. He'll be sitting just to our left on a 3-screen monitor. Ooh, I guess I'll show that off right here because we are doing beer for breakfast. So our third camera will be to my left, Cotter's right, featured right there on the back wall. So our guest will be on camera 3. Thank you, Cameron Cross. Loves the new show. Also, we have Rick DeJesus, lead singer of Adelia's Way, set to come in the day they're coming in to play Victory North, which is
Yeah.
going to be on March 12th. So, I mean, first 2 weeks, not too shabby when it comes to guests for beer for breakfast.
I like it. So typically we'd be talking to the guest right now, so we'll get to the beer in the second segment. So I don't think I've ever asked you, what was the craft beer that got you into craft beer? Or, I mean, do you remember the first
No,
thing
I
you
mean-
had and went, oh, dear Lord, this is so much better than your typical stuff?
I honestly, I couldn't tell you. I could tell you for a fact, growing up, I was drinking Busch Light, Red Dog, and then I became close friends with a guy that worked for Miller Lite, and I just drank Miller Lite
Yeah.
all the time. And now it's come full circle. I'm back to drinking like a PBR, but we can get to that later. But honestly, I don't remember what threw me down the slippery slope of
Yeah.
craft beer. But man, I just got into craft beer. I fell in love with it. I moved out to Vegas for a decade, and just the craft beer selection on the West Coast is obviously so much different
Yeah.
from what I had in Illinois, and now obviously what we have in Savannah. So, I mean, I really got into more hoppier beers. I really loved IPAs when I first got into
Yeah.
craft beer.
And the same thing for me. I think that's a lot of people's first go-to, especially now. I mean, when I got into craft beer, I don't know, the first one I had was when I was out in Lincoln, so I mean, that was 13, 14 years ago.
Mhm.
And it was the Dark Side Vanilla Porter, which was fantastic. I cannot...
I remember you bringing me one of those.
Because my wife went out had to go out to like Iowa, and you could buy it in Iowa, so we got like 3 cases of it. But yeah, I think IPAs, especially 10 years ago. I mean, there's still so many IPAs.
Yeah.
But you didn't, the sours weren't as abundant, and all these other weird things weren't as abundant. So I think for a lot of people, when you got into it 10 years ago, IPAs was just the initial stepping off point.
Yeah, I mean, and there's been sours are so weird to me. They're still weird to me to this day, but like kettle sours and like different styles of different sour beers, people just love those things. I'm not a fan. Like I don't love all craft beer equally. I mean,
I get that.
I'll hand up. I don't like sours. I've never found a sour I truly love.
Now, I do like sours. And now, they're the ones that I'm not going to sit there and drink a 6-pack of sours.
No.
It's like I can drink one and I can enjoy it. Where like an IPA, I will drink a whole 6-pack and, not hate myself.
Yeah, absolutely.
But no, it's like...
I'll still hate myself. That's just my depression.
like Hefeweizens for me. I can't get into it.
I love Hefties, and I love
Yeah.
Belgians.
Yeah, see, I can't get into it.
Because of the banana clove. You
Yeah.
hate bananas.
Yeah.
That's a long-going thing here. We'll get into that later. But, yeah, I mean, that's kind of our background when it comes to craft beer. I mean, I would go to every single craft beer, show just because I love getting drunk. But, I mean, that kind of tipped me over the edge. I mean, I went to a couple right when I first started getting into craft beer when I lived in Las Vegas, which was obviously right around the time you were living in Nebraska. And, I mean, I just fell in love with it, and I still drink that stuff to today. Actually, I came back to more regular beer during the pandemic.
Yeah.
I just started drinking PBR because it was cheap, and
Yeah.
I could honestly tell myself I can afford a $5 6-pack of Tall Boys of PBR and not hate myself for wasting my money.
No, I completely agree with that. But no, I mean, it's like when we go on vacation, one of the first things I do is like, what are the breweries in this
Oh, without a doubt.
destination?
I mean,
where can I go?
And that's the beer we're drinking today.
Yeah.
Is a beer I picked up on vacation last week because I went to a brewery. Today we were trying. Oh, there we go. We were trying Swamp Heads Hop Stuff, which came in a Valentine's Day 4-pack. That's why it's got like this really cute little hop on the front.
All right, so it's the Cotter and Marshall Show, beer for breakfast. We're drinking next. Rock 106.1.
The last time I drank this early on a Friday, I think I was 20 years old, and my friend and I just wanted to know what it felt like to get drunk. So that early in the morning. So I think we got together at like 6 a.m. and just got drunk on vodka.
Oh,
And by 10 a.m., I was puking.
sounds horrible. We won't go that far today.
Well, I mean,
I do have vodka in my office.
I was gonna.
We haven't never told the story.
Oh,
So we have a new studio. We're in the same building, but we basically downsized. So we were over where now a massage place is, and those were the studios, a lot of our offices, and now we're all on one side of the building. Well, as they're redoing offices, I think it was your idea to
Yeah.
put a bar in my office.
Exactly.
There's a sink in there. There's a little mini fridge underneath the sink, and the boss was all for it. So now there are just bottles of whiskey and tequila and gin.
They're not like the small like bottles
No.
either. We have like jugs of vodka, whiskey, and we got some high-end scotch. Like we have some crazy stuff in there that we really haven't hit up too much.
I've cracked open the high-end scotch.
Yeah.
Nobody else has drank anything. So it's like so Tuesday nights I do host trivia, at a bar, and so I usually would just stay here all day.
Mhm.
So 7 o'clock hit, nobody else is here, and finally I'm looking over it, and I can't think what the scotch is, but I'm like, I'm trying that tonight.
Yeah.
So I fired up. We got an ice maker in my office. Fired up the ice maker, put a little ice in, put a little scotch in. That stuff was delicious.
Yeah. I just feel like at some point someone's just going to take it home though. Someone's going to
Yeah.
steal it. But this is at work drinking. It's much different than your at home drinking. Don't be stealing our high-end liquor coworkers.
Yeah, I'm surprised, and that hasn't happened yet.
Yeah.
I will say around the holidays, bottles disappeared because they were gifted out to people.
Oh, okay, that was from our boss though.
Yeah, so that's
He's too cheap stealing our stuff.
Cotter and Marshall Show, Rock 106.1. Get the live stream right now on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. This is Beer for Breakfast every Friday. Going to talk to a different in-studio guest. Don't have it today. It's just the practice run. But we're also going to drink a beer and review a beer like we have in the past. And I'm excited about this beer.
So today we're trying Swamphead Brewery's Hop Stuff. This is a Belgian IPA coming in at 7.6%. I picked this up just last week. I would stop by Swamphead to grab a few things, and I'm really excited to try this.
Yeah, I've had a few beers. You've been there a couple times. I've had a few beers that you've brought back, and everything has been pretty good that I've had from Swamphead. So it should be a nice experience this morning.
So this was out of a Valentine's Day 4-pack. It had like a chocolate stout in there. It had like a cherry sour. So, I mean, they really did a really fun 4-pack when it came to Valentine's Day. Really cheap, too. It was like $20 for
That's not bad.
four 16-ounce cans, each a different variety. But once again, trying Hop Stuff today from Swamphead Brewery.
The nose of it isn't too overpowering. I mean, you get a little bit of the Belgian side of things, but it's got a nice nose to it.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice and hoppy. It's got some real good citrus notes in it as well. I mean, if you're holding it up to the light, I'll put it in front of the camera. It looks kind of cloudy on the camera, but
It looks cloudy in real life, too.
but it's a nice golden color with really good carbonation flowing through it.
All right, let's drink, man.
And yes, we do have Rock 106.1 glasses.
Thank you.
Thanks, Zappa.
All right.
That is smooth. God damn. You know what? Swamphead does great stuff. They really do.
I can drink Belgians if you combine them with an IPA.
So you approve of this beer?
I do approve of this beer.
All right. So, yeah, once again, trying Swamphead Brewery's Hop Stuff coming in at 7.6%. This is a Belgian IPA. They don't really have a description of the beer on the can other than it's, brewed in Gainesville, Florida. Gainesville, Florida, let me tell you, not exactly the best breweries. I went to all of them. My wife did a test for when she was in dental school there. And going to all of them, they did all kind of ish stuff,
Yeah.
except for Swamphead. Swamphead did some really flavorful beer, and that's why anytime I'm going to Tampa or I go to Orlando, I take a little trip out of my way to stop by this brewery because they always do outstanding beers.
So this one is good. I mean, initially up front, it's all IPA to me. I don't get a whole lot of citrus. It's more of a piney kind of IPA.
Mhm.
But then on the back end is where I get a little bit more of the Belgian of the beer.
Yeah.
And I don't hate it. I don't hate it.
Yeah,
Maybe-
'cause the
maybe-
hops are covering up that like banana clove, which is what you think of when you think of Belgian
Yes.
beers.
Yeah. So this is how every Belgian should be served. Next time we go someplace, I'm just going to take a Belgian beer and an IPA and mix them, and that's all I'll drink it.
You could be a beer coctologist. Is that a word?
Coctologist?
Well, you've always been a coctologist. All right. So, on the beer, are we doing the beer scale of supremacy?
Yeah, I think we still do the beer.
Is that what we call it? I mean, this is beer for breakfast.
But it's still the beer. So, if you remember, the beer scale of supremacy came before the beer review of supremacy.
Okay.
We did a podcast many years ago
Mhm.
called We're Drunk the Podcast,
True.
where we would just completely get hammered for an hour and then record a podcast and continue drinking.
Yep.
So we would always review a beer in the podcast, and we had the beer scale of supremacy. So then when we decided to do the
On-air version.
on-air version,
Yep.
we're like, we'll just call it the beer review of supremacy.
Okay.
Because it ties into the scale. So the scale actually came before.
Okay. All right. I agree.
Make my case.
Beer scale of supremacy. All right, so on the beer scale of supremacy, Cotter, which is on a scale of 1 to 5, I don't know why we don't go to 10, but it's just 5. That's what we decided. We don't.
10's too many numbers.
We're not number guys. Cotter, what do you give Hop Stuff from Swamphead Brewery?
I'm going to go 3.25. I mean, this is it's really nice. I mean, I haven't been drinking a lot of IPAs lately. You just kind of get out of the habit every now and then.
Absolutely.
This is a nice change. I mean, it's definitely an IPA, but you got the Belgian side of things. So this is just something different that I can completely get behind.
Yeah, I mean, once again, Swamphead always puts together great beers. I'm not really against anything. Like, every beer I've had from them, I've always enjoyed. With this beer itself, I haven't had an IPA in quite a while. I really do like IPAs. The Belgian side, haven't had a great Belgian in a while. They kind of combine both. I'm going to give this score probably a little bit higher than you. What'd you say, 3.2?
3.25.
Yeah, that was terrible. I'm going to go ahead and give it a 3.7. Just flat out. 3.7, no 0.5, any of that stuff. 3.7, that is the way to go when it comes to this beer.
All right, good job, Swamphead. All right, Beer for Breakfast back next Friday. Smith Matthews of Southbound and Hopatomica will be our first official guest.
And we're excited about that because they bring their own beer in, and we don't have to buy it anymore.
It's the Cotter and Marshall Show, Rock 106.1.
Yeah, Gibby said the volume could be up on Twitch. I don't know how to fix that because we're running across 3 platforms.
Yeah, we'll have to look into it. Thank you, though, for the heads up on that. We'll check it out. Yeah, I don't know if we can, on the back end of Twitch, bring it up. We'll see. Yeah, that's good. I like that.
Yeah, it is. Give me a small break so I can use the restroom.
All right, so Marshall's heading out. He'll be back in a second. So basically, this was just a practice live stream of the show. We just wanted to make sure everything's working. Once again, thank you for the comment about the volume on Twitch. We appreciate that. We're adjusting everything as we go. We are going to do another live stream tomorrow, but we're also going to be on the air. So we're going to see how that goes. We're getting up early on a Saturday, which sounds like a horrible idea. So from 6 until 10 tomorrow, we'll have the live stream going. Plus, we will be live on the air. Just kind of have a new setup in our new studio, and just want to kind of give it a test run live. I haven't been live on this stuff yet, so just give it a test run live. So we're going to do that tomorrow. We're looking forward to all of this. So thank you to everybody who's checking the show out today. Thank you to everybody who's going to be checking the show out in the future. This is exciting. This is really cool to be able to do mornings. First time in the history of the station that we've had a live morning show. And 20 years this year, so in 20 years, the first time we've had a live morning show, so it's exciting. Thank you for being along on the journey and on this crazy ride. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So we're going to wait for Marshall, and we'll get back to it, wrap up the show for today. And thank you guys for watching and listening. We appreciate it.
we doing here?
Music news.
Why is this not charging? It charged to 15%. There. Charge. Want the rest of this beer?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, just let me know when you're ready. Which day template do you want to use?
That's good. I mean, do you want to run off a Monday so we know what Monday feels like? Do you just want to run off a, I don't know. We could do any day, honestly. I guess it doesn't really matter.
Right.
Okay, I'm ready to go.
Okay.
And this will be the end of the show. This will be wrapping up the show with Marshall's Music News.
How do you want to do this? We did 2 breaks, I guess. We did 2 breaks for this breakfast. So. Or 3 breaks.
Yeah, we'll just do 3 breaks.
Fair enough. Cotter and Marshall Show, Rock 1061. You can get the live stream on the Cotter and Marshall Show page on Facebook, on YouTube, and twitch.tv/Cotter Marshall. So it is time for Marshall's Music News.
So this is a weird story, man. I mean, if you ever thought Post Malone and Hootie and the Blowfish would ever have anything in common, you would be a genius, a philosopher, you could say. So as of yesterday, Post Malone posted a cover of Only Want to Be With You, the 3rd single from the debut Hootie and the Blowfish album, for in promotion of the Pokemon.
How does this all tie together? I don't get this.
For Pokemon Day. So essentially, it sounds like
Pokemon Day?
Oh yeah, bro. Yeah, you don't know about Pokemon Day?
I'm old. I'm sorry, and I'm okay with this.
All right, so like the release date of the very first Pokemon games is actually on February 27th, which is now, I guess, Pokemon Day, which is this coming Saturday, actually. So at 7 p.m., 4 p.m. Pacific time on the Pokemon YouTube channel and Twitch channels and their apparent anniversary website, you can actually see Post Malone do a virtual concert where he'll do that Hootie and the Blowfish cover along with a bunch of other tunes. Now, they're going to showcase a big, long video that Nintendo has put together a bunch of Pokemon stuff, plus some new Pokemon games that are coming down the line. People love these pocket monsters, Cotter.
No, and that's fine. I get that. I still am confused how all of it ties together. Pokemon, Post Malone, and Hootie and the Blowfish.
Post Malone.
He seems like he'd play Pokemon.
Yeah, he's
I get
definitely a
that.
gamer.
Is Darius Rucker playing Pokemon though? Is he out there with
Hootie?
Yeah.
Probably not. Probably not. He's strumming his acoustic guitar. He's a country guy now. I don't understand any of this, but I love it. I mean, Pokemon, Post Malone, and Hootie and the Blowfish have somehow come together. It's like the 6 steps of Kevin Bacon, only if you took acid. I'm just saying, man. Like, who would have thought this would have ever been a thing? But if you love Post Malone, and Post Malone is honestly incredible. He's an incredible artist.
He really is.
He's an incredible performer. He's going to be doing a live virtual concert. That's the basis of this music news. This coming Saturday for free. And once again, on the Pokemon YouTube and also the Twitch channels, plus the official Pokemon 25th anniversary website. That'll happen at 7 o'clock our time this coming Saturday.
All right, we got more of Marshall's music news coming up. It is the Cotter and Marshall Show on Rock 106.1.
Pokemons. Yeah.
Cotter and Marshall Show and Rock 106.1. You can get the stream right now on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. We're getting a call. I don't know why.
Oh, look at that.
I don't know. We're just going to X out on that right now.
Sorry.
Sorry. Middle of the show. Middle of the show, guys. And we're also in the middle of Marshall's music news.
All right, so Dave Grohl, obviously very, very busy. The Foo Fighters have put out their اتest album just a few weeks back called Medicine at Midnight. Great album. And now news has come out because they made a bunch of announcements about Paramount Plus just yesterday, which is the old CBS All Access. A bunch of brand new content coming. We talked about it earlier on the show, but this piece of news is pretty cool. So Dave Grohl and his mom wrote a book called Cradle to Stage. Talked about how Dave growing up got to meet all these incredible musicians who are very, very large, big names that you know of on his road to becoming the man he is today. And that's what the kind of the book is about. But now they have decided to make that into a show. So it's going to be it's going to be a 6-part series directed by Dave that's going to tell stories of the special relationships between successful musicians that Dave met out on the roadway, plus their moms. Now, each episode features a famous performer and his or her mother, as well as Dave and Virginia kind of doing cut-ins as well. And that is going to be a part of Paramount Plus when it debuts here in a month or so.
Now, this is interesting because, I mean, Dave Grohl just seems like the best guy on the planet.
Yeah.
And he's taking care of his mom because you know his mom is getting paid
Oh, absolutely.
for this thing.
Yeah, I think he just needed a way to launder some cash. So he just wrote this book and said his mom was a part of it,
Right.
so she could get some money.
So if there was a documentary about you and your mother, what do you think she would say about you?
My mom?
Yes.
Jesus Christ, that's a great. Not my son. She probably wouldn't claim me. Man. I mean, I don't know. She probably would claim me. My mom is a very timid old woman. Like, not trying to discredit her in any way, but she's not a talker. I'm a talker. My dad, big time talker. She, not so much.
Okay, so it would cut away. It'd be Marshall's mom, and it would just be like an odd, uncomfortable silence.
It would be like this. He's fine. What would your mom say about you?
I think she'd be like, he's the one that actually got out of this small town and did something with himself.
Wow, you just threw a lot of shade at your brothers. Which
Did
brother? Power rank your brothers. There's only 2.
I can't do that.
Power rank your brothers, but put yourself in it. Put yourself.
Me?
Yeah, you're one.
No, I'm number one.
Okay.
I'm totally number one.
There's Adam, then there's the other one.
There's Nathan.
Yeah, Nathan's 3 then.
Yeah, it's me. It's just all about me.
Oh wow, so you're all 3
I'm
positions.
I'm just all 3 positions.
What a dick.
Oh dear Lord, I don't think they have the internet in Manitou, so it's fine.
Oh, extrovert.
All right, more of Marshall's music news coming up. Cotter and Marshall Show, Rock 106.1.
probably jump into it. I just don't know when. When did Do America come out? Look it up real quick.
That's a good question.
Mid 90s, right?
Yeah.
96.
All right, you ready?
We love Posty too, Gibby.
Yeah. It's like I don't think people give him enough credit from how good of a musician he is.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's like he's known for the auto-tuney kind of the pop stuff, but him on guitar, I mean, he's really good.
During the quarantine, he did that Travis Barker Nirvana cover show out of nowhere.
It was great.
Yeah, it looked like he did it out of his bar in his house, and yeah, he was great in it. And
Yeah.
he was a rock guy, and then he realized he's like, oh, there's a lot more money not doing rock right now.
He found his niche, man.
Yeah.
All right. Cotter and Marshall Show, Rock 1061. Get the live stream now, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. We got one more story for Marshall's Music News.
So Paramount Plus, sorry to bring it up again. They just made so many announcements yesterday, and it's actually it was so girthy that some of the stuff got lost in it. And one of those things, honestly, that was pretty great was Beavis and Butthead are back. Then we heard that Beavis and Butthead were going to come back. They're coming back in movie form for Paramount Plus. Yes, we're getting a sequel to Beavis and Butthead Do America, which came out in 1996. Forever. Oh, that
was a while
doing the math. That's almost 30 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're 25. Holy crap. Anyway, Beavis and Butthead Do America, the sequel, will be coming to Paramount Plus, which is currently called CBS All Access, $6 a month. I mean, there's currently only 8 million subscribers to CBS All Access. I mean, it's going to easily quadruple by the end of this year, right?
I mean, I don't know. Maybe. I mean, is
with their new original content, with the challenge and Real World and Beavis and Butthead and now all this other stuff.
Is Beavis and Butthead that much of a draw, though, at this point? I mean,
for guys like you and me, yeah.
I'm not dropping $6 a month for Beavis and Butthead.
Even just 1 month.
Once the movie came out, maybe.
Yeah.
New episodes, I don't know. I mean, do they have to tame Beavis and Butthead down? Not that they were like the most offensive things ever. But no. But I mean, do they have to tame it down? Is it going to be too offensive now for just the feel of where everybody's at?
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No, behind a paywall, I think it's fine. I mean, like if it was free and out there, maybe they would have to be tamed down. But because it's on this like paywalled style subscription service with Paramount Plus, I think they'd just be just as dumb and stupid and offensive as they once were back in the early 90s.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I should say I'm more interested than excited. I'm like,
Okay.
all right, cool. I'm interested to see what they do with them now.
Just a bunch of fart and dick jokes, man. That's kind of what they do.
But, I mean, I can't say I'm super jacked about a Beavis and Butthead.
I think I was probably a bigger Beavis and Butthead fan just because you're 7 years older. I think Beavis and Butthead is possibly more me than it was you
Maybe.
at that point.
That's fair.
Because in 1996, you were 47. So yeah, once again, Beavis and Butthead, the sequel film from Do America, will be coming to Paramount Plus. They don't have a release date yet on it, but I'm very excited about this. I am. Cotter?
And Mike Judge is behind the whole thing.
Yeah,
So
Mike Judge is back.
The guy that created him did the voices, so, I mean, it's not like they've handed it off to somebody else. So I can respect that. I can respect that he's back, actually in control of the characters and the writing.
Should be good.
All right, guys, that's going to wrap up the show for today, the special live stream only edition. Now, tomorrow, 6 to 10, we're legit doing this on the air and on the live stream.
Yeah, so terrifying. We'll be much more scared tomorrow.
It's going to be interesting. So we'll talk to tomorrow, 6 o'clock. Once again, live on Rock 1061, also on the stream, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Thank you, guys. Whoever hung out today, we appreciate it. Anybody who checks us out later, we appreciate it. Cotter and Marshall Show official launch Monday on Rock 1061.
Yeah, buddy. That beer was delicious.
It's a really good beer, guys.
Is this the after show? Are we just doing
This
the
is
after
the after show
Oh.
now. It's a really good beer, guys.
Oh, man.
Guys, here's the thing. If there's anybody who has beer recommendations, we are always up for beer recommendations.
Oh, absolutely.
Maybe, dude, thank you for hanging out, man. We appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Oh, let's go back to the standard show. I didn't even take us off beer for breakfast while we were doing that. So I bought it'll help me, but I bought the Stream Deck. I don't know if I told you that or not.
No.
Yeah, so the Elgato Stream Deck is just like it's like a size of like 2 iPhones, and they have little buttons that
Right.
I'll be able to switch between scenes a lot easier. So when I switched over from AT&T to T-Mobile, and T-Mobile's listening, please give me money. Greg Geiger says, looks good. My sound was in mono and not loud enough for me. I don't know. We'll check that stuff out, man. This is just still testing it out.
Where were you listening at, Greg? Facebook?
Yeah, he commented on Facebook. So
Okay,
maybe
okay.
on that.
Thank you. We'll check it out.
Gibby says garbage. Okay. What was I saying before that? Oh, the Stream Deck. I'll be able to switch between scenes a lot easier, as opposed to here, because I mean everything's. I have to look away and look there. I'll be able to have it here, and I can just hit buttons.
Okay, cool.
And stream it from there. So. But the good news, guys, is once again this was a test. We're going to be able to go back. We'll watch our live streams from our various channels and see how things came through. I mean, Facebook, they compress the. Oh, he says garbage about AT&T, T-Mobile.
Oh,
yeah, AT&T is. Anyway, T-Mobile, I've had a great experience with. Yeah, we'll be able to go back and check everything and see how things turned out when it comes to this live stream. That's why we wanted to test just the live stream today. Yeah. Yeah. And this is the after show. Hey, after our first show on Monday,
oh yeah,
we're going to Rocco's.
Rockies.
Rockies. Is it Rockies?
I think it's Rockies.
Anyway, it's the place over in Sandfly. They do an ultimate breakfast burrito that we've had our eyes on. So we'll be checking that out.
Yeah, Rockies, New York Deli, and Italian catering. We've been,
Sure.
Yeah, we've been there a
It's
couple
tiny.
times.
It's tiny.
Super
It's
small.
It's one of those places you look over immediately because it's kind of tucked in the back of the shopping complex. It's right near Auspicious and a few other spots, but man, it is outstanding food.
The pastrami is great.
Ooh.
So I'm looking forward to the burrito.
Yeah, the burrito should be outstanding. They do great breakfast. I went there and had a really healthy turkey and spinach kind of wrap deal that was really good.
Nice.
I'll need to adjust cameras and stuff.
All right.
Hot damn. All right.
All I got, guys.
That's it. I'll stop everything. You guys have a great rest of your day. And then tomorrow, once again, 6 a.m., we're both live on the air and the stream right here. So you guys have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow.